Hey y'all, it's Lindsay with Organically Designed, and today we're talking about stretching some household products. These are things that you have around your home that can be used for so many different things. And I'm just going to discuss a few of them that I like to use them for and some extra little bonuses. So this is part one of 3 different videos of stretching those household products. Our first 2 products are hydrogen peroxide and rubbing alcohol, and I commonly use the 70%. And yes, this is a bottle that I get from the Dollar Tree. I don't go through rubbing alcohol as fast as I do hydrogen peroxide, so I just grab it up there, and then I always get my giant mega bottle at Walmart. So we're gonna discuss what I use rubbing alcohol for and some other ways that you can use it beyond just the normal first aid products that most of us think that these things are for. But what you may not know is they can be used for a lot more. So let's get started. Be sure to check out the description below because I have linked the 2 videos that I made with my homemade cleaning products, and alcohol is used in a couple of them and hydrogen peroxide is used in a few more than that. So let's discuss some more benefits that rubbing alcohol has. So when you think rubbing alcohol, you think, okay, we're cleaning things that are on our body, okay? So we're disinfecting. Well, the awesome thing about rubbing alcohol is it evaporates super fast. So it can actually be a great glass cleaner, and my glass cleaner recipe is linked below in my 4 basic cleaners. So be sure to check that out when you're done with this video. The other awesome thing is just putting a little rubbing alcohol on a microfiber cloth and cleaning a computer screen, phone screen. The awesome thing is you're not completely saturating it, but it evaporates so fast and disinfects, which is awesome. Another way to use rubbing alcohol is to get off those pesky stickers. Although I love this method and it's a tried and true method, it does take a little bit longer. My little bonus in here is actually this California Scents orange spray. I get this in the car section at Walmart. This is my go-to for peeling off stickers. I do not have a heat gun, although you can use a hair dryer. So you've got rubbing alcohol, you've got anything with orange. You can actually use a real orange if you want to, or a hair dryer or heat gun can take off those pesky stickers that tend to cling onto products. Next, let me just say, have any of y'all's kids gotten hold of a permanent marker? Because mine, when they were younger, the girls, they did, and they drew on the wall, and let me tell you, it was a task trying to find something that was going to take that permanent marker off the wall. And da-da-da-da, rubbing alcohol and a little bit of a magic eraser, and that stuff came off the wall. Now, it's not, I mean, you're not going to be able to erase it off of cloth as easy. You're going to have to really like dab at it, because scrubbing at it cloth like you would a wall is going to peel the fabric, but you can work it out with a little bit of alcohol. So that is a little trick, but normally much better on hard surfaces. Talking about getting things on clothing that we think may be permanent, has anybody had a pin bust on them? Because my graceful self definitely has, and rubbing alcohol will take that out for you. Again, you're going to just lightly saturate the area and blot it out, let it sit for a little bit, and then throw it in the wash. And you should have your little ink stain pulled completely out when it comes out of the wash. So be sure to try that too. And if you want some more help with your laundry, be sure to check out my stripping video. I'll have that linked below, and the recipe for my homemade laundry detergent. So be sure to check that out. And I do have a stain remover in that laundry detergent video as well that I love to use. The little less abrasive than the rubbing alcohol, but you know, sometimes we just gotta use it. So we're talking about cleaning fabrics, and let's not forget that things get on the carpet and it is annoying, and we don't always want to get out our friendly little steamer, and not all of us have one. So get a little rubbing alcohol, lightly saturate it, dab, 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 dab with a rag, and it will come out for you. So let's move on to hydrogen peroxide, which is one of my favorites that I keep in my house and I use for a little bit of everything. Not only do I have it in some of my household cleaners, again, linked below in the description. Be sure to check those out because I freaking love my household cleaners. So, but I also use it for my teeth. So it helps fight bacteria in your mouth. It slowly whitens your teeth. It's not going to give a big impact, but it is super healthy for your gums. And if you got a little stinky breath, you just swish it around and it will help get some of that bacteria off of your tongue. So that is another thing that I love to keep it for. I do keep a bottle of hydrogen peroxide up in my bathroom and I swish with it daily. The main awesome thing that I love about hydrogen peroxide, it is a major disinfectant. Rubbing alcohol, we know, is going to basically kill everything in sight, all right? But hydrogen peroxide really disinfects, and I like it because it's not as like, oh my gosh, as rubbing alcohol is. So that's the best way I have to describe it. Sorry guys, but that's the way that it is. But hydrogen peroxide is great. If your sponge got a little grimy, but it hasn't lost its sponginess yet, then you're just gonna clean it off with a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. You can also throw that sucker in the microwave and that helps disinfect it as well. So just let you know that too. Another way that I like to use hydrogen peroxide is on the grout. I absolutely hate cleaning grout. That's why most of my grout is gray, but it still does get stained. So I need to clean it. And my favorite thing to do is just put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide down on there and scrub, 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 and let it do its bubbly magic and get those stains out. So it does most of the work for me. I barely have to scrub it anything. It is great. So if you have a tiled shower and you are just having some major issues with any sort of grout or anything like that, get your little friend hydrogen peroxide. And the awesome thing about this is it's going to be cheaper than any other tile grout cleaner that you can get out there. So be sure to try that one out. And you can always get a little grout brush from a favorite store, Dollar Tree, for $1. They have the best brushes. If you've used hydrogen peroxide on your skin to help like fight an infection with like cleaning a scratch, you know, although like rubbing alcohol, you know, is going to kill it, hydrogen peroxide does not give that horrible burning sensation that rubbing alcohol does. It instantly bubbles and dries out and pulls things out of the cut and dries it. So you notice you'll get like that white patchy skin. Well, it also will help do that for your pimples. So I like to use a little bit of hydrogen peroxide to put on any sort of blemishes. Another thing that I love to do is I do a little bit of rubbing alcohol on them, but I don't do it daily. So if I had like a really severe pimple or something like that, I will use rubbing alcohol on that to just really get that skin area clean. But you don't want to use rubbing alcohol too much because it will end up drying out your skin so much that your skin will actually create more oil to overcompensate for what you are stripping from it. So be sure to be careful about not overusing hydrogen peroxide or rubbing alcohol on your skin. Just use it to treat it 1 or 2 times. I wouldn't do it more than that. The other thing that I like to use that is odd and just an extra little bonus tidbit, because what would it be without one of my tangents in my videos, is I like to put toothpaste on my pimples and sleep with toothpaste on my face at night. And normally the size is cut in half by the time the morning comes and I don't have to worry about that pesky redness. Before I share this last little tidbit about hydrogen peroxide, if you're liking this video so far and all these fun little tips and tricks for household products that you have around your home, be sure to give me a thumbs up, Also, be sure to subscribe because I'm always sharing little tidbits. And please leave me a comment below because I love hearing from y'all and how y'all use these awesome products like rubbing alcohol and hydrogen peroxide. So please let me know what other ways you use them for around your home, for your health, body, whatever. So let's get to this last one. So this one is with caution, 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 please, okay? Removing earwax buildup. And I do this very, very lightly. I have really bad allergies and so does the rest of my family. So if we use this, this is very minimal. It is not something that we do all the time. So don't do it all the time. This is just if you're feeling a lot of buildup, okay? What you're gonna need is a dropper, and you can normally pick those up at like Walmart or anywhere. And if you can't find like a little small dropper, sometimes they have them for free in the pharmacy. So you can just ask for them, ask for one of those, just like they have the syringes that come with children's medication. Now that you have your dropper, you're gonna lay down on one side all the way so that your ear is facing up, and you're gonna drop in 1 to 2 drops of olive oil or almond oil, not both. Pick one. Most people have olive oil around the house, so that's perfectly fine. The other thing that you're gonna drop in there is, of course, hydrogen peroxide. You're gonna let that bubble for a few minutes, and you should hear the bubbles of the hydrogen peroxide start to die down, and then you'll slowly tilt your head to the other side and let everything drain out. The olive oil acts as a loosening mechanism, and the hydrogen peroxide acts as your little cleaner. Again, if you have any major buildup, I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse. This is just something that is very minimally abrasive that I do use every now and then. Please seek doctor or some sort of medical help if you have major issues with earwax buildup. Then once that one side is done, you're gonna flip and do it on the other side. Please leave me a comment below about the ways that you use rubbing alcohol and hydrogen peroxide around your household. I love to try out new ways, and so I can't wait to test out some of the things that y'all bring to the table. If you like this video, again, make sure you give me a little bit of love by hitting that thumbs up. And as always, stay organically you.